So last class we have already studied how to calculate the effective resistance if the resistors are connected in series or parallel combinations. So we all know that in case of series combinations there will be the same amount of current is flowing across all the resistors, or in general you can say that there is a single path for the flow of electric current. But in case of parallel combinations, the total potential difference is always equals to the applied potential differences. Now I am going to discuss about what are the disadvantages of the series combination of the resistors. We all know that whatever the electrical appliances which have been connected in your home also, let me know, will have a fan, refrigerators, oven, washing machines, televisions, your mobile phone. If all have been connected in series combinations, they will work. If any one of them is not working also, the rest of the others are also working. If TV is not working, what about the rest of the devices which are in your home? So electrical bulbs are working. It means that whenever if you want to go for the connections, either it may be series or parallel combinations, each device is required a minimum amount of electricity for its working. Understood now? First we will discuss about the disadvantages of series combinations. Suppose as I already explained you, electrical bulb, next TV, your refrigerators, your washing machines, whatever it may be there, or your mobile charge, or toaster, whatever they have been now. So they require different amount of electricity for their working. If there will be the same flow of electric current is flowing across all these electrical devices, they have been connected in series combinations. Suppose if your refrigerator, fridge, what you are commonly known as, refrigerator is not working properly, your bulb is also not working, TV is also not working, washing machine, mobile, whatever the devices are being connected in that combinations, they are also not going to be working. It means each device is requires a minimum flow of electric current for their working. Second very important thing, as I already informed you, if you want to have all these devices, whatever it may be, if anyone is also not working, they require a different amount of electric current for their smooth operations, or in general you can say that for working. First point clear, they require different amount of electric current for their working. If any one of the devices requires more amount of current, automatically as have been connected in series, the rest of the devices they are also not going to be working properly. Second one, if they are all connected in series, suppose, so whatever the washing machine is connected in series, if it is not working, so all of a sudden it is stop working, the rest of the devices are also going to be stop working. The first one, each device requires a minimum amount of current for their operations. Second thing, if any one of the instrument or the device which is being connected in that combinations, if it stop working, the rest of the devices also going to be stop working. For both the reasons will be there is a single path will be there for the flow of electric current. So when it comes for the second thing, disadvantages over the disadvantages of series combinations. Just explain about what are the advantages of parallel combinations. So I'll explain very beautifully. So consider you are being sitting in your home, especially in hall, all of a suddenly fan is working, or TV is working, mobile is working, the fridge or refrigerator is working. If any one of them is all of a sudden stop, okay, refrigerator is not working. What about the rest of the devices? They are still working. Why? Because have been connected in parallel combinations. I already explained you the net potential difference is always equals to what? The sum of the potentials or the applied potentials. As they have been connected in parallel combinations, they are going to get whatever the amount of current which is required for their proper working. This is the main thing. Most of us were going to prepare parallel combinations rather than series combinations. So normally asking for 2 marks questions, write the advantages and disadvantages of either it may be parallel or series combinations. After knowing all those things, as we already studied what is the effective resistance, that is series combination is nothing but what? Rs equals to R1 plus R2 plus so on up to Rn. When comes for Rp, 1 by Rp, that is nothing but 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 and so on up to 1 by Rn. Okay, now I am going to solve some examples to calculate the total effective resistance if they have been connected in series and parallel combination. Stop. Okay, can we solve some more examples? So the first one, calculate the total effective resistance of the following circuit. So normally asking for 3 marks questions. They will give a circuit, they will ask to calculate the total effective resistance, or they will give a statement. Based on that statement, you need to draw the circuit and you have to calculate. Okay, today we will solve how to calculate the total effective resistance. They may be connected in series or they may be connected in parallel. Then in the next class we will go for solving this example sum. So that is on Ohm's law. Okay, the first one. So listen here. What they will ask you? Calculate the total effective, or you can say that the total resistance of the combinations. In case of circuit 1, there are 2 terminals, terminals A and B. How many resistors are there here? 4, R1, R2, R3, R4. What you have to do? So, solution. So, what are we given? R1, which is equals to how many ohms? 3 ohms. R2, have been given 3 ohms. Next one, R3 is equals to, that is also 3 ohms. And R4 is also 3 ohms. So I already explained it. Series means they need to be connected one to one end. When comes for parallel combinations, one of its terminal is being connected to common terminal, another is also going to be for common terminals. Listen here, R1 and R2 have been connected one to one end, like this, these chapters. Okay, R1, R2 they are connected. It means it is in series combinations. I mean to say, first one, R1 and R2 are connected in series combination. So I mean to say, so RS1, I already said it. RS is sum of resistances in series. Say R1 plus R2. So R1 is 3 ohm plus 3 ohm. Therefore, RS1 equals to 6 ohm. Similarly, R3, R4. R3 and R4 are connected in series. Automatically RS2 is nothing but R3 plus R4. That is equals to 3 plus 3. Okay, RS2 is how much? 6 ohm. First part is over. So this is all comes together 6 ohm. R3 plus R4 is 6 ohm. These two are connected in between where? Parallel between there are 2 terminals. So automatically I can say that R S1 and S2 are connected in parallel. Therefore, 1 by Rp is equals to 1 by Rs1 plus 1 by Rs2. What is 1 by Rs1? 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6. What is LCM? 6. It means 2 by 6. That is 1 by Rp. I can say that 1 by 3. So therefore Rp is equals to what? 3 ohm. Parallel explained. If the resistors are connected in parallel, the effective resistance will be what? It will be always less than the least resistors. Understood now? So what about in that cases? Say I mean to say this will be R1, R2, R3, next R4, next R5, R6, R7. I will explain once again. These two are in series, these two are in series 6 plus 6. So what are these two are in parallel combinations? 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 automatically it is LCM will be 6, 1 plus 1 2, 2 divided by 6, taking its reciprocal. The total effective resistance of this combination is 3 ohm. So what about in this case? Same practice, same thing. Before going to that, okay, how many resistors are there? Total 7 resistors, right? R1, R2, R3, R4. So R1, R2, R3 are connected in parallel. R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallel. Okay, 1 by Rp1 is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. What is the LCM here? 2 only. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3 by 2. Therefore, Rp1 is equals to what? 2 by 3. Similarly, R5, R6, R7. R5, this is a series with these two. Okay, R5, R6 and R7 are connected in parallel. So what is coming? Same way. Rp1 is there. I need to take Rp2. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. R1 is not there. R5, R6, R7. Same once again. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. This is also 3 by 2. Here I can say that Rp2 is nothing but 2 by 3. Okay. This is connected in parallel. This is also connected in parallel. These two parallel combinations are series with R4. Therefore, Rs is equals to, what is the effective resistance of these three? Rp1 plus R4 plus Rp2. Rp1, what is its value? 2 by 3 plus 2 plus, what is the LCM here? 3 into 1 into 1. What about here? It should be multiplied by 3. 2 into 1, 2 plus 2 into 3, 6 plus 2. What is its value? 10 by 3. So in general I can say that therefore RS is equals to 10 by 3 means 3 point. And once again explain you R1, R2, R3 they are connected in parallel. So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So 3 by 2. I need RP. Therefore 2 by 3. Similarly 1, 2, 3 are connected in parallel. So 1 by R5 is equals to R5, R6, R7. So it is 2 by 3. So Rp2 is equals to 2 by 3. Okay, what will be the effective resistance between terminals A and B? Sum of this combination, this and that. So Rp1 plus Rp2 plus Rp R4. 2 by 3 plus 2 plus 2 by 3. What is the LCM? 3 will be there, multiply by 1, multiply by 3 and multiply by 1. 2 into 1, 2 plus 6 plus 2. Automatically it is 10 by 3 and it is nothing but what? 3.3. You know how to calculate this one? Okay, I will post some of the examples, short examples in the group. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Understood now? How to calculate? You should clearly know that which resistors is being connected in series and which one is going to be connected in parallel. Then only you are able to solve the examples. Which is connected in series, what about the condition for series and what about the condition for parallel combinations. Okay, I will put some of the examples as a homework in the group. So if you have any doubts, you can post.